Good people, what is going on? Another episode of the All Go Podcast. I'm your host, Desmond. Do you want to start a business? Do you want to do it at a very low cost? Hit the link in the description, for PLR Epic. You can get 104 ebooks for $8. Turn around and resell those ebooks. Keep 100% of the profit. And you're rocking and rolling. Sell them on your Instagram, your TikTok, your Twitter account, whatever works for you. But link is in the description. Go get that now. What I want to talk about today is a couple of NFC East stars that are requesting trades. Want to start with Terry McLaurin, wide receiver for the Commanders. As a Lions fan, it just hurts my heart hearing that name just because of what they did to us in the playoffs. But he's requested a trade. He feels like he's getting disrespected. He wants an extension. He has come out publicly and I would say has been pretty respectful in his comments. He wasn't harsh or anything like that. He just basically said he was disappointed, thought something would be done. So I definitely understand that. But the part that I don't understand with Washington, and this is new territory for them, they have been pretty darn bad and, got Jaden Daniels and kind of popped out of nowhere for quite a while. But when you have a quarterback on the rookie deal, this is the time to shell out a little bit of cash. Now, I'm not saying you pay Terry McLaurin a 5-year, $200 and something million contract, right? Don't be reckless, but this is the time to do that. You are 4 to 5 years away from having to pay Jaden Daniels some significant money, because even if after year 3, which would be 2 years from now, right, they may, let's say they pay him, $60 million a year, right? That if you do that after his 3rd year, you still have his 4th year. That's typically going to still be, right, they're going to play out that contract, and the 5th year. So the 5th year option, I think for quarterbacks, don't quote me, but I think about $32 million, something like that. So you still are going to have all of those years to where, you potentially would start paying him some significant money. So could you get away with 3-year deal, $90 million with a heavy chunk of that guaranteed? I don't know, but I think that would be worth conversation and negotiation, because the talks and the rumors from the media is that Washington is a little bit concerned with McLaurin's age, that he is either 30 or approaching 30, that they don't want to give him a long-term deal, which, most deals are 4 years right now. So can you do a 3-year, $90 million or because for some of the guys, it seems like that total contract number kind of boosts up the ego a little bit. So, okay, let's say 3 years, $100 million, right? With $75 million guaranteed. Would that work? Could that work? Or if you say, okay, you want a long-term deal, we'll do 4-year deal, $120 million, guarantee you 65 in the first 3 years, and really make that 4th year a void year. Where we're not even entertaining that. I just think this is not the time to mess with the chemistry that you have going on. There is a balance. I get it. You can't just pay everybody top of the market money, but Terry McLaurin is a receiver, and I checked it right before I recorded this video. He's been in the league 6 years. He's gotten 1,000 yards every single season, except for his rookie year, when he had 900 yards and 7 touchdowns. That was his worst year, and that was his rookie year. Mind you, he hasn't had the best quarterback play. He's had pretty bad quarterback play outside of last year, and all he did with Jaden Daniels was 1,100 yards and 13 touchdowns. So, and mind you, that 900 yards and 7 touchdowns, That's basically what DK Metcalf did this past season, and he got a massive deal. So I get it for Terry. It's like, listen, man, I've been here putting in the work, just going about my business, being a professional, and producing. I want my money. I get it, 1,000%. So we'll see what happens. At the end of the day, if a team is going to pony up and pay you, all is forgotten, all of the, drama and all that stuff. So we'll see what happens there with McLaurin. Also, Micah Parsons has requested a trade. He made a post on social media, and he had went through a bit of a timeline of how he saw the negotiations going. And long story short, it sounds like the Cowboys, no surprise, just fumbled this entire thing. Micah went to them after year 3, wanted to negotiate a deal, told his agent, hey, start talking. I want to get something done. The Cowboys basically didn't do anything. After year 4, Micah went to talk to, and he mentioned Mr. Jones, Stephen Jones, and Adam, which I don't know who Adam is, but he went to Mr. Jones to talk about leadership, and he basically said that meeting turned into a contract negotiation. So he told Jerry Jones, hey, once this meeting is done, I'll have my agent follow up. His agent followed up and talked to Adam, which maybe he's the cap guy, I don't know. But Adam told his agent that, the deal was pretty much done. And Mike is like, no, it was not. And after that, it's basically just been silence from the Cowboys side. So once again, it's just chaos. Micah mentioned a lot. He mentioned, being criticized and criticized for getting injured when he was literally just trying to battle for his team. Different things about just not his character, but just different stories being brought up. And, he said he tried to stay silent with it, and he no longer wants to put up with it. And it's so funny because the same thing he mentioned in his post on Twitter are the same reasons I thought Dak Prescott should not re-sign with the Cowboys. Dak was going to be, and sorry to get off on a tangent here, but Dak was going to be something that top 15 quarterback ever gets to do, which is in the prime of your career as a quarterback to be a free and clear free agent. Not the exclusive tag, franchise tag, 5th-year option, none of that. He had the opportunity to hit the free market as a quarterback, and he didn't do it. And he decided to sign re-sign with the Cowboys, and to each their own. But I thought that was a misstep. But back to Micah. I mean, I get it. And if you're the Cowboys, you don't get to do this again and again and again and think that you're going to come out smelling like roses every time. I would argue they come out on the worst end of this every single time. Every single time. Dak Prescott held you over the barrel, twice? You made him a vastly, highly paid quarterback multiple times. CeeDee Lamb did the same thing. Held you over a barrel. You tried to do this negotiations and back and forth. He got top dollar. Now with Micah Parsons, we'll see what happens. Like I said, at the end of the day, if they offer him $42 million a year in a 4-year deal, I think he's probably going to take it. That's what I think. But yeah, they haven't offered that yet. So once again, all can be forgiven if you sign the deal and you get them the money that they want and all that good stuff like that. That stuff can be forgiven. But what is the point? I guess that's my biggest frustration with the Cowboys is, what is the point of all this? Like, Micah Parsons is not going to be it's not like you're going from a mid-level guy to now Micah Parsons because you've waited to give him a deal. It's the same person. He's just getting more expensive. All that's happening is he's becoming a larger cap hit for your team. You're paying him more money than you really would have had to Because you could have signed Micah Parsons at the end of his third year for probably, 35 million? Something in that range. And you would have had him locked up for 4 years. Wouldn't have to worry about, contract issues, anything like that for at least 3 years. But that's how the Cowboys do business. And I'm sure Jerry's happy because they're winning the headlines. But, you can make an argument that this is part of the reason that they lose on the field all the time is because you produce distractions, unnecessary distractions, every year. You do this every single year. So congratulations, you're winning, late July and August. But when it comes to December, January, February playoff times, you lose. And this is why people laugh at the Cowboys and their fans so much is because of Jerry Jones. It's really not, well, it's part of the fans too, because you guys love to say it's your year every year, but it's not great, but we'll see what happens. We'll see if he gets a deal or gets traded, and Cowboys going Cowboy. That's it. While you're here, go ahead and like and subscribe. It would help the channel a great deal. Would greatly appreciate it. That is it for me. Peace.